As long as I can remember, fashion has always been a part of my life. Its effect on me actually started before I was born. Most of you guys don't know this, but my grandmother was a seamstress. My grandparents did not have enough money. They could not afford my mother's Catholic school tuition. So my grandmother sewed clothes for the priests and the nuns and made the uniforms for the students in exchange for my mother's education. She then passed this gift down to my mother and taught her how to sew. When we were starting out in Destiny's Child, high-end labels, they didn't really want to dress for black, country, curvy girls. And we couldn't afford designer dresses and couture. My mother was rejected from every showroom in New York. But like my grandmother, she used her talent and her creativity to give her children their dreams. My mother and my Uncle Johnny, God bless his soul, designed all of our first costumes and made each piece by hand, individually sewing hundreds of crystals and pearls, putting so much passion and love into every small detail. When I wore these clothes on stage, I felt like Khaleesi. I had an extra suit of armor. It was so much deeper than any brand name. And my mother, who is so fabulous and beautiful and is here tonight, I love you. My mother and my grandmother, my uncle, were always with me, so I could not fail. My mother actually designed my wedding dress, my prom dress, my first CFDA award dress, my first Grammy dress, and the list goes on and on and on. And this, to me, is the true power and potential of fashion. It's a tool for finding your own identity, expression, and strength. It transcends style and is a time capsule of all of our greatest milestones. So to my mother, my uncle, my grandma, thank y'all. Thank you for showing me that having a presence is far more than the clothes you wear and your physical beauty. Thank you for showing me to never take no for an answer. Thank you for showing me how to take risks, work hard, and live life on my own terms. I want to say thank you to every designer that works tirelessly to make people feel like they can write their own story. Y'all are fairy godmothers and magicians and sculptors, sometimes even our therapists. I encourage you to not forget this power that you have or take it lightly. We have an opportunity to contribute to a society where any girl can look at a billboard or magazine cover and see her own reflection. Soul has no color, no shape, no form. Just like all of your work, it goes so far beyond what the eyes can see. You have the power to change perception, to inspire and empower, and to show people how to embrace their complications and see the flaws and the true beauty and strength that's inside all of us. Thank you so much for this incredible award. I'll never forget this night. God bless y'all. Thank you. Thank you to iHeartRadio. Tonight, you call me an innovator, and for that, I'm very grateful. Innovation starts with a dream, but then you have to execute that dream, and that road can be very bumpy. Being an innovator is seeing what everyone believes is impossible. Being an innovator often means being criticized, which often will test your mental strength.
And Beyoncé isn't the only one who shared her challenges. The legendary Michael Jackson also opened up about his struggles while inspiring others with his words.
Believe in yourself, study the greats, and become greater. And be a scientist. Dissect. No matter what. I mean, I don't care if the whole world is against you or tease you or say you're not going to make it. Believe in yourself. No matter what.
No matter what.
Some of the greatest men that have made a mark on this world were treated like that. You know, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna get anywhere. They laughed at the Wright brothers. They laughed at Thomas Edison. They laughed at Walt Disney. They made jokes of Henry Ford. They said he was ignorant. He didn't have a college degree because he dropped out of school. Disney dropped out of school. They even took Ford to court to prove his intelligence. That's how far they went. Yeah. And these are men that shaped and changed our culture, our customs, the way we live, the way we do things. And I think God plants those seeds through people on the earth. And I think you're one, I'm one, to bring some bliss, some escapism, some joy, some magic.
This is a perfect example, since Beyoncé essentially followed the same path Michael Jackson talked about, studying the greats, learning from them, and applying those lessons. If you didn't know, Beyoncé has loved Michael since she was a child.
We get ready to go to Michael Jackson concert.
Oh yeah, you going to a Michael Jackson concert?
Yeah.
All right.
But it's not just about the music. Beyoncé's impact is global. She's used her platform to amplify the voices of the marginalized, advocate for social change, and empower communities. Those Grammy wins, they're just a reflection of the force she is, in music and in the world.
How far we've come with Will Smith and them, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, winning their first Grammy in '89 and boycotting because it wasn't televised. And then they went to like a hotel and watched the Grammys. I didn't even understand it wasn't a great boycott. We're here. But then, '98, I took a page out of their book. I was nominated for Best Rap Album, and DMX had dropped 2 albums that year. They both were #1. Shout out to DMX. And he wasn't nominated at all. So I boycotted, and I watched the Grammys. I'm just saying, we want y'all to get it right. We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all. We want y'all to get it right, at least get it close to right. And obviously it's subjective. Y'all don't gotta clap at everything. Obviously it's subjective because, you know, it's music and it's opinion-based. But, you know, some things, you know, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. You know, some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category. Oh, no, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth. But outside of that, you know, we gotta keep showing up. And forget the Grammys for a second, just in life, as my daughter sits and stares at me nervous as I am. Just in life, you gotta keep showing up. Just keep showing up. Forget the Grammys, you gotta keep showing up until they give you all those accolades you feel you deserve. Until they call you chairman, until they call you a genius, until they call you the greatest of all time. You feel me?
And I think Beyoncé went straight to the studio right after the Grammys. Later, she reflected on the experience in Cowboy Carter on her song Sweet Honey Buckin'. AOTY, I ain't win, I ain't stuntin' 'bout them, take that ish on the chin, come back and F up the pen.
AOTY, I ain't win, I ain't stuntin' 'bout them, take that shit on the chin, come back and fuck up the pen.